What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 47 of The World's First. Go ahead and smash that like button if you're still enjoying the series. Now, before we get into today's match, which is against Loughborough University, please bear in mind it is also the 1st of January, which means the transfer window has opened up, and we have signed a couple of players, but that also means that I'm going to start selling people off because, let's be honest, team's not doing all that great. Maybe a little bit of a shake-up, get rid of some of the dead wood, and try and reinvigorate the squad by bringing in some new players is in order. Now, that I've said that, you probably would have guessed, we're probably not doing that hot in the league, and you would be right. Let's take a look at the schedule. Since the last episode, which, if you remember, was the unfortunate 1-0 loss to Bristol Rovers, we have only won once in the league, and that was in the very next match versus Chester, who are also fighting away from relegation. We defeated them by the score of 1-0, got off to a great start in the second minute. Rob Foster with a great goal, and we kept pressing Chester throughout the entirety of the match. However, the finishing just let us down, and we were not able to grab any insurance goals. But clean sheet is great, 3 points are great, doesn't matter how we get it, we move on from there. The next 5 league matches, 1 point throughout the entirety of those 5. And the only point was against Gateshead, who were sitting below us in the league. In fact, they were sitting in last place by the time we played them on this day, and we only came away with a 1-1 draw. Liam Davies in the 4th minute, great goal there, once again, starting us off on the right foot. However, the defense didn't hold this time. 7 minutes later, Gateshead equalizing. Not many more chances for either side, as it ended in a 1-1 draw. And then, as you can see, 4 straight losses. Alfreton, Ebbsfleet, Lincoln, AFC Telford, not great for us in the league, as we're down once again back in the relegation zone. And it didn't get any better for us as we lost to Rochdale in the FA Cup second round. They were in League 2. We were never going to win this, but it would have been nice if we put up a little bit more of a fight. Rob Foster getting a goal in the 7th minute, which equalized the match at 1 at that point. Adam Lafondra with a penalty kick in the 1st minute of the game, getting Rochdale off on the right foot. It was a horrible start for us, but like I said, Rob Foster getting us back in the match early. And then in the second half, it was all Rochdale throughout the rest of the match. 2 goals in 3 minutes, another one from Lafondra, and then Lua in the 61st. Pretty much sealed the deal for Rochdale, and they move on to the 3rd round. But it's not all doom and gloom in the Cups, as we did move on to the 2nd round of the FA Trophy after defeating Godmanchester by the score of 2-1. We didn't start the scoring off, though. Godmanchester got that off in the 9th minute, but then we came back a roaring in the last 5 minutes with a goal from Liam Davies, and then the second half pretty much laid it into him with Tom Marsden in the 74th, sealing our advancement into the 2nd round of the FA Trophy, which we'll be taking on Boston United. It seems like we'll be taking on this team at least once a year. That's pretty much what it seems. Once a year, if not once every other year. Boston United, they always play tough, so that's going to be a nice little matchup in the trophy. So you would figure with 4 points through 6 matches, that would drop us down the table, and you'd be exactly right. We're back in the dreaded red area, 21st place, the top of the relegation zone, with 28 points through 28 matches. Our nearest rival, Chester, exact same points, exact same record, but they have a better goal difference, so we want to try and at least jump them. And of course, Boston United, Oxford City, and try and jump those 2 teams above us and start getting clear of the relegation zone. We need to start stacking wins and draws, limit the losses, but with the team that we have, it's going to be a little bit tough, so that's why I brought in some reinforcements. So I took a look at my roster, and I needed to upgrade the spots where I was the most weak, and if I was going back to a 4-4-2, standard 4-4-2, I didn't have any good wingers. Cue David Jones, a 19-year-old Englishman who is just sitting out there on a free, snapped him up. Yes, I may be overpaying him, but if you take a look at his estimated value, I could possibly turn that around and sell him for a good chunk of change for a team up above. And honestly, take a look at some of his stats. He's got nowhere to go but up. 13 pace, 14 acceleration. His mentals are okay, but his technical abilities that I care about, 12 crossing, 10 passing, 10 technique. That's fine for the National League. And like I said, I hope that he can start being a difference for this team. He just came into the squad today. Hopefully, he can do well. And the second player that's coming in today is Welshman Steve Peters, another 19-year-old. He is a striker that I've been looking for quite a while, and to be quite honest with you, I take a look at his polygon and some of his stats, and I can't help but think that he will be a Jamie Vardy type of player. In the very least, he is very pacey, and with the attacking stats that he has, he will start banging in some of the goals, I'm sure, but as long as he has some great people around him, he can assist them as well. 15 pace, 11 acceleration, some decent mentals on him, 12 of finishing, 10 of technique. I think this kid is going to be the answer, at least for the time being. But now it leaves me in a bind as I have 5 strikers to fill in 2 spots, possibly 3 if I use the 4-3-3. We got Rob Foster with 15 goals through 32. We also have Liam Davies with 12 through 27. You figure both of them have to be staples. Where does that leave Steven Peters, Elliot Pond, Tom Marsden? Well, the first things first, I want to try and vet Steven Peters in. I want to give him as much match time as possible. So I'm going to rotate Rob and Liam out first because they are obviously the 2 better strikers that I have. Elliot Pond and Tom Marsden are more often than not going to be backup emergency at this point in time. Or I could just send Tom Marsden packing back to whatever club that he was that I loaned him from. Notice that I didn't say Benny Egihan until now. The reason why I didn't say Benny is because I'm going to be releasing him, the last of the Sheffield FC originals, because the only reason why I kept him on is because I couldn't find a competent striker over the summer. Now that I've found one in Steven Peters, there's no real reason to keep Benny on, who has been languishing and not doing all that well over the last year. He's also on non-contract, so it doesn't hurt if I release him. So everyone wave bye-bye to Benny. I mean, there really is no other way to put it. He's just going to be kicked to the curb. We don't need him anymore at this point in time. So it's a sad day here. No more original Sheffield FC players from when I started this save. We start anew, and hopefully on this 1st of January we can start anew with our winning ways. Now let's take a look at the team sheet versus Loughborough University. Cameron McCullough in net, McCoy, Stott, Piergianni, and Widowson along the back line. Our mid 4 will comprise of the new man David Jones, Dylan Pierce, Andre Jones, Jack Steele, and up front, of course, Rob Foster and new man Steven Peters. Cross fingers, hopefully we do well today. I would love to come away with a victory versus this Cinderella team, the former Cinderella team in Loughborough University, and their 4 straight promotions. But, you know, playing out on paper, it's a battle of 2 relegation-tipped sides. Both of us are going to come out armed to the teeth. We're going to come out very gritty, and I'm sure it's probably going to end up in a draw. I would love to come away with a win, but of course, let's go out there and see what happens. First minute, and we get a corner, but it's whipped away. Peters, we do get the ball back. Jones, out to Jones on the wing. He gets it across, but can't really find anybody. He gets it back, trying to play through the center. O'Brien taking a weak shot from about 25 yards out. Keeper was saving it the entire way. Free kick, Loughborough, 10 minutes on. It's a good block away, but nobody was marking him. What happened there? Come on, boys. Close him down. Stott's already on a yellow, and boy, that just missed the post. Just about 18 minutes on, Steele's bringing it up the left wing, gets inside the Foster as we try to get an attacking chance of our own, really. O'Brien, out to David Jones, the new boy. If he can find a cross, he tries, but Foster is not fast enough, and Horton, the goalkeeper for Loughborough, there with the save. Well, I think it's safe to say we've been absolutely dominated in this match, if you couldn't tell by those highlights. Took a look at the stats. 11 shots for Loughborough, only 3 for us, and we've only had 1 on target. We need to turn something around if we want to get anything out of this match. I'll be fine with a draw, of course, but if you remember for last time from Bristol Rovers, I was fine with the draw, and then we had a goal scored against us. And I don't want that to happen here. I want to come away with the result at the very least, so there's going to be some tactical changes. Second 45, let's go back out there. Come on, get it in. To Steele, tries. Duxbury back in. Oh my god, what's going on? And then you have this Ota playing all the way out here. Nobody marking him. He is just running free. Takes a shot, but it's a good save from McCullough. 12 minutes left to go in this match. There has not been a lot of highlights on either side. Not a lot of action on either end to report about, but as to retry a long ball forward, it doesn't really work. Loughborough on the attack once again. Maybe I should switch it up from long balls. Wayman's getting inside, tries to go FIFA sweat. It's a good tackle away, though. It forces the corner. I thought for sure there would have been a foul in there, but I was wrong. You know, the match was not pretty, but I'll take a point regardless. It ends 0-0 away to Loughborough University, and like I said, I just wasn't happy with the entire performance. 6 shots, only 1 of them on target. This was just a bad day at the office for everybody involved. The new guys, Steve Peters, did not do very well at all. He had a 6.3, I believe, was the ending rating. And then David Jones also did very mediocre on his debut with a 6.6. it's just one match, and we still have 17 to go in the season to turn it around. Yes, we didn't move out of place. We're still there in 21st, but like I said, 17 matches to go. Plenty of time to turn around. Let's take a look at the schedule and see when we will be coming back. And you know what? Junior Sunday wasn't doing well for us all season either. He was on a non-contract. He had a 6-4 through 15 matches. It was better to just let him go and rebuild the back as well. Try and find someone new. So Junior Sunday gone on a free transfer. So this is what the schedule looks like going down the stretch, and I want to say we'll come back in like 8 matches time. So we may come back versus Boston United, which means the run up to that, Braintree, Grimsby, Maidstone, Boston again in the Cup, Woking, Wrexham, Halifax, Boston. In fact, yeah, we'll go with Boston instead of Stockport because, yeah, Stockport are vying for a playoff spot. You know they have a good team, so I don't really want to try and test my might against that because, let's be honest here, I don't have a lot of might in my squad. So, we'll come back versus Boston United in the next episode. So, until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you like what you saw, of course, smash that like button and lets me know that you're still interested in this series. And, of course, subscribe if you are new and you want to see more FM content on the channel. Any comments, suggestions, questions at all, please leave it in the comment box below. Above all, as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.